I hope this is fun for you today. I know you're a little stressed out. I hear you. I'm extremely beaten down by 2020, 21, 22, 23, and I'm sore as fuck. I totally understand where you're coming from. If you ever want to vent or whatnot, feel free to give me a buzz and vent. I know that what you're doing is noble. Keep with it. That's the best we can do. Other than that, try and get off of whatever you're thinking about for 5-10 minutes every day doing something like this. Remember, our spider exercises should be done every day to get our fingers starting to mobilize. Maybe one thing you could start doing is doing a down, up, 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 down, up. G string, D string, A string, E string. That's gonna help us get our back and forth eighth notes. Dun 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 dun. Back and forth is fun because we can do those with our scale exercises. Thusly, you've learned how to play a G to an A to a B to a C to an open D, E to an F sharp and G. When we move that to the first fret rather than playing it open, G, A, B, C, the first four notes, we would have the same thing, but we'd have a G sharp, A sharp, D sharp, and a C sharp. Those fingers should always feel that one, skip a fret, play it, skip a fret, play it, skip nothing, and play that. That is a whole step, and a half step. When you repeat that over the top of it, that line, that becomes your scale exercise for your whole two strings. Then you go. The top two strings just reverse that last note. It goes closer. We'll talk about that later. The idea is if you can hear one note, you can know where they are in the scale. In the key of C, if you could find C, you can do C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C with confidence, knowing that there are no sharps and no flats. So if you could find a C note, and you could go C to a D, D to an E, E to a half step F, F whole step G, whole step A, whole step B, half step C. There's your C major scale. So the chord progression we were doing this week is a C major to a C major 7 to a C dominant 7 to a C6. So I'd love for you to just veg out on that. Also write a bridge or do something to it if you want, but I would really like for your chords and your fingers to just feel the difference between just playing that C note with a different fingering. You know what I mean? And try playing the two notes in the middle with two fingers and stretching that pinky. Yuck, sorry, my bad. And then trying one finger and then trying another finger and see that stretch. Try doing a bar and leaving that open with the top note. There's a whole plethora way of doing this. The idea is make the lesson your own, move in those patterns, and you'll never have to think twice about that pattern. Because when you move it from the C major, it's still a C sharp to a C sharp major 7 to a C dominant 7 to a C6. You see that? Finger's still on the fretboard. I hope that made sense. Other than that, I really enjoyed seeing you today and each week for sure. I will see you next week. Aloha.